and he was gone.
Oh, I seen that. Matter of fact, I seen with Dean was always breaking up with you, and then that day that they honored Frank Sinatra, you were doing all this ad lib about how you drove the bus for Frank Sinatra and all the instruments.
Yeah.
And had the little dog doing this on the windshield wipers.
Oh, yes, and I remember Reagan, they toasted him. I played Grandma Fricker.
That's right.
And I said, I know, Ronnie, I remember when I taught you in school, your hair was different. And Ronnie was a good audience. God love him, you know. He looked up. I don't remember you. Of course you're not. You're senile. I'm not. And I've been married many more times than you have and never got it right. The last man threw a knife at me. He missed and I stabbed him to death. But you're a good president and try to help us out. They're taking our farm again from us. We're out there well armed and all the driveway is full of claymores.
What a kiss-off that was. Well, thank you, Mr. Martin, for bringing me out on the bus. I would imagine the other stars flew in an airplane. Being with Fred McMurray was a joy. What a fabulous dinner this has been so far. Flowers and popcorn. Ronnie, I don't know where to begin. There's so much to say to you, and to know that, you know, back in Tampico, I was 19 years old, and you were about 12. When I look at you and I think how gray my hair is and how sandy yours is. I would imagine you touch it just a little, don't you, Ronnie?
And I think you said you do touch it up a little, don't you, Ronnie?
Oh, yeah, you do touch it a little, Ronnie. Come on, you do that for Nancy.
Oh, that is funny stuff. And, you know, and Ronald Reagan was busting up everything you said. And so was Sinatra. Sinatra was just, you know, out of it. But, I mean, of all the things you look back, Jonathan, was there anything you would change in your brilliant career?
I'd like to have done a Western. Okay. I'd like to have done, not a comedy, not that I didn't appreciate things like Blazing Saddles and Cat Ballou. I'd like to have done a Western. I have an idea for a Western. It'd be easy for me at 83 is to be an informer and, you know, do a mute. Just a lot of takes, you know, a lot of close-ups.
Yeah.
They're over there, you know.
They went that away.
Yeah, they went that away.
I love that. That would be great.
I love Eastwood, of course. I started out, I must tell you, I wrote a thing for Playboy about singing cowboys. When I was a kid growing up, my old man drunk would put me in a theater, bad theater, part of Dayton, but Hopalong Cassidy. I loved Hoppy. I met him in Paris, and I was so damn shy I can kick my butt to the moon to get his autograph. You know, we all go through stuff. I didn't want to bother him, but I asked him to come down and have a drink, and we were staying at the Plaza Athénée. We were both kids, 30 years old, and here's Hoppy and his wife. And to this day, I said, "Oh, Mr. Boyd, I couldn't do it." At any rate,
yeah, he's a great one.
I like Bill Boyd. It's not that I didn't like Autry, except it bothered me. Are you a cowboy, or are we playing a guitar? And I wrote an article. I said, Roy Rogers and Autry, bad cowboys from my standpoint. It made the Comanches. They were, you know, really upset. They were pissed off, excuse the expression. If I'm back in the saddle again. Comanches didn't like the guys anyway. Played a guitar. They'd kill you, scalp you, and take the guitar and sell it in the town. Made big fans with country western people.
You know, his lovely wife, Grace Boyd, is still with us, and she was at the Lone Pine last year. Yeah, and it's amazing. She's over 90, and she looks great.
I apologize. He was a great man.
No. And I'll tell you another thing, too. All the other cowboys that you mentioned, I liked, of course, John Wayne and Randolph Scott, too.
I go back Buck Jones.
Yeah, Buck Jones.
Ken Maynard.
Oh yeah, my mom's favorite
Bob
cowboy was
Steele.
Ken Maynard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan, you're doing so many things. Do you have a book out? Can we mention a book?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was tempted to do this on my own book. You hear the cliche, it's the kind of book you can't put down. This is the kind of book you can put down. And put it down, but just don't let it drop in the toilet, you know. Give it to some guy downtown. But I wrote this when people say, "Did you really do it?" Yes. Because you get people that says, Ralph Kaimler as told to Ruth Gomelar. Well, who wrote the damn book? You know, I wrote it. It took me 5 years to do it. Why? I'm stupid. My dad called me stupid, but then I told him I deduct what you make. Pays to be crazy.
No wonder Robert Williams loved you, because you were a very funny guy. And Robert Williams is the only one else that could do your brand of comedy close to it, because you're so original.
Well, Robin I love. He said, he did say for a while, Jonathan Winters is my mentor. I said, I'm from Ohio. They think that's a salve. Better to say idol. They understand that.
Jonathan, where can you get this book? Can you buy this book online, or can you get it at Barnes & Noble?
Come up around midnight to my place. Okay? Keep your...
I'll write that down. Midnight,
No.
No.
It's out of print now.
Okay.
But...
Oh, that's okay. I can't read anyway.
You can't read? Well, listen. No, oh, you got a nice ring.
Well, thank you, Jonathan.
And your watch?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Turn away once. Uh-oh.
Jonathan, I know you're busy doing autographs and things at Mickey Sonardi Showstoppers. And
Listen.
what do you think of Mickey anyway? This great Showstoppers. Isn't this fun to do? Oh, like Old Home Week?
You know, toward the end of my life, I hope we can do it again gravesite. And just talk to the grass.
That would be good.
Jonathan was with us in North Hollywood a number of years ago. Now he's gone. Maybe it's months ago. We don't know.
If anyone's going to come back, you'd probably do that. You'll probably figure it out.
I see a lot of people going. I don't see anybody coming back. You know, one thing that fascinates me, where are the pictures of heaven? All my life, the clergy, where are the pictures? Well, you know when you get there.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even Billy Graham doesn't know.
I leave you this philosophy. Hey, this is heavy. We're all visitors. We're just passing through. Don't blow the visit.
True.
Don't sit there. Man, I'm trying to find myself. You know, I'm still living with Mother, and I'm 52. Huh? I don't know what this is. They don't sell it across the street. Oh, boy. No, I don't know. I have had a great time. I have no chip on my shoulder. I have married a great lady, and I miss her. I must say this.
I'm sorry to say that.
Well, I tell you, I went up to an African-American guy the other day, and I said, you don't have a monopoly on slavery.
Oh.
Well, from the standpoint, see, all women, God love them, are control freaks.
Yeah.
You go downtown, go downtown. Go down, you know what time it is? I look up in the morning, about 8:12. Why do you look up? My people didn't have a Rolex. What are your people? Indians, okay? Well, at any rate.
That's funny. And Jonathan, I know you have a lot of millions of fans. What do you do right now? I know you're doing the thing on the Babe Ruth. Is there anything else you're doing? You did a Jay Leno?
I'm doing it. Well, no, I'm not doing Jay. I'm doing cutting a record. Going to do an album next week.
That is good news, Russell. You hear that? An album.
And we're going to see what happens. I don't know.
Oh, we love that, because I bought some of your comedy albums back in the 60s.
Good. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. I'm a big fan, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Hey, now, wasn't he delightful? I'm telling you, if you're a fan, and I don't know who isn't, of this classic comedian, legendary Jonathan Winters, I knew that you enjoy the show today. What a great guy. And he's still funny. He lost his wife just January of this year, and so we were appreciated that he sat down and gave us that interview. And what a delightful gentleman. So thank you, Jonathan Winters. Let me tell you about our next Jeff Star Talk show, and it's also looking back at a classic sci-fi show, Aaron Allen's classic Land of the Giants, and we have 3 cast members for that show. You'll see, and also a lot of clips from the 2 seasons that Land of the Giants was on the air on ABC in the late 60s, early 70s. And that is Don Matheson, and he was a regular. He will be on the show. along with Don Marshall. He was a regular on the show, and Deanna Lunn, one of the very lovely actresses on the show. So you don't want to miss the next Jeff Star Talk show as we look back at Aaron Allen's classic sci-fi show on ABC, Land of the Giants. Till then, this is your host, producer, saying don't forget our website. That is jeffstartalk.com. Email any questions or comments to jeffstartalk@yahoo.com. Till then, we'll say goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord always take a liking to you. Till next time, happy trails. So long, everybody.